Hello, dears. In today's class, we'll be discussing some of the terms form, function, grammaticality, and acceptability related to linguistics. So, let's see each one of these and how it is an important part in grammar. So, for the first one, we'll be discussing about form and function. So, form and function, as the term indicates form, it means the structure or appearance of linguistic elements in a sentence, and then function, it refers to the intended purpose or role in communication. Okay, so form and function. So, form refers to the structure or appearance, and then function refers to the purpose or role in communication. And in language, this form and function, they are closely interconnected, and we have to understand both these aspects and how it impacts the effective communication. We'll move on to each one of these. So the first one we'll be discussing is form. So in form, we have certain aspects, three aspects to learn, and the first one is syntax. So what is syntax? Syntax is actually the arrangement of words and phrases to create well-formed sentences in a language. So to create a proper sentence in a language, we have to arrange the words and phrases in a proper manner. So this arrangement is called syntax. And the syntax involves the study of sentence structure, word order, and grammatical rules. So, sentence structure, word order, and grammatical rules come under syntax. So, for example, we can take the sentence: the cat is chasing the mouse. So see this sentence, we know that a basic sentence, it follows the pattern subject, verb, and object. This is the order that they follow, that is the SVO pattern. So in this sentence, the cat, the subject has come for the first part and is chasing. Chasing is a verb, and the mouse comes as the object. So this is a word order and a sentence structure that comes under syntax. And now the next one that comes in form is morphology, which deals with the internal structure of words and the way they are formed. For example, we know that let's take the word unhappiness. Okay, so there is an internal structure to this word, right? So unhappiness, it has the prefix un added to it, un, and then ness, nes is a suffix added to this word to create the word unhappiness. Okay, so the base word, the root word is happy. So this is the internal structure of the word. So this comes under morphology. So this includes the study of prefixes, suffixes, roots, and other linguistic elements that contribute to the meaning of words. So the next one in form is phonology. So these are the three aspects we'll have to know about form. So the first one is syntax, the next one we learned about morphology, and the third one is phonology. And what is phonology? Phonology is is a study of the sound system of a language. You have already learned about this in phonetics. So, phonology, it deals with the study of a sound system of a language, and it includes the way sounds are organized, patterned, and used to convey meaning. And in this, what all does this phonology examine? It examines phonemes, syllables, and rules governing pronunciation. Okay, so for example, while we take the words pat and bat, we know that there is only the initial phoneme which has changed. Say the P and B, the sounds P and B has changed, and only their initial phoneme has changed, but it changes the meaning of the word, right? Pat, bat, cat, rat, in all these words, it's just the initial phoneme that changes, but it changes the meaning. So this is the concern of phonology. So we discussed about form, and in form, the first one was syntax, that is the overall structure of the words, the arrangement of words. Then morphology, in which the structure of each word, the internal structure of words, and phonology, the sound system of language. And now we'll see function. In function also similarly we'll discuss 3 points. The first one is semantics. What is semantics? Semantics is the study of meaning in a language, and it explores how words, phrases, and sentences convey meaning and how they relate to the real world. And understanding the semantics, the meaning of words in a language, it helps the speakers choose appropriate words to express their thoughts and intentions. So, semantics is one of the most important part that comes in the function. And pragmatics. So, pragmatics focuses on the use of language in context and the social aspects of communication. So, we know that it's not just this word meaning, semantics that we have to focus, but pragmatics, the use of a language in a certain context, it is very much important to convey the meaning. Okay, so this is the concern of pragmatics, and it includes the study of how speakers use language to achieve their goals and how context influences interpretation. Okay, so let's see the example. Can you pass the salt? So this is a request. As you know, it is a request, and it's the function of a language to convey the exact meaning. So can you pass us all is a request, and it is not only a request, or it is not only a request. It also assumes a shared understanding of social norms. That is, this sentence, can you pass us salt? This serves as a social function in seeking cooperation from others. So the context is very much important there. And now the third one in function is discourse analysis. And in this discourse analysis, it examines larger units of language. Okay, so earlier we discussed that the meaning or the structure, and we discussed such forms, and while it comes to discourse analysis, it examines a bit more larger units of language such as conversations, it might be text or narratives, and it also considers how language is used to create meaning beyond the sentence level and how discourse structures contribute to communication. Okay, so in function also we discussed three terms. That is, the first one was semantics, that is a meaning of language and a meaning involved in certain words in language. And pragmatics, it deals with the use of language in context and social aspects. And discourse analysis, it examines larger units of language such as conversations, texts, or narratives. And as we know, this form and function, it works together to facilitate effective communication. We need both form and function for a language to have for our communication to be effective. And as we discussed earlier, form, it deals with the structural aspects of language such as syntax, morphology, and phonology. And function, function focuses on the meaning and the use of language in various contexts, including semantics, pragmatics, and discourse analysis. Okay, and now we have two more terms to discuss in this. That is the grammaticality and acceptability. So, as the term indicates, grammaticality and acceptability are concepts in in linguistics that help describe the perceived correctness or suitability of linguistic expressions within a particular language. As we discuss this further, you will get a more detailed understanding. So, grammaticality. Grammaticality refers to whether a linguistic expression adheres to the grammatical rules and structures of a given language. It's simply, while we write a sentence, it has to follow a certain grammatical rule according to the given language. So this is called grammaticality. So a sentence or phrase is considered grammatical if it conforms to the syntactic, morphological, and phonological rules of the language. We discussed syntax, morphology, and phonology earlier. So this sentence has to follow the syntactic, morphological, and phonological rules of the language. Only then we can say that the sentence has a grammatical or grammatically, or the sentence is grammatical. Okay, so see the examples. She is reading a book. Okay, this is considered grammatical as it follows the syntactic structure, subject, verb, and object, and it uses appropriate word form. So this is a sentence which is grammatical. And now what is acceptability? Acceptability, it refers to the degree to which a speaker of a language finds a particular linguistic expression natural, appropriate, or suitable in a given context. So this is more connected to the context of the text. Okay, so acceptability is often influenced by factors such as context, social norms, and communicative intent. And let's see the same example, same sentence. She is reading a book. So we said earlier that this is grammatical, but its acceptability may vary depending on the context. Say if you're talking about recent activities, this sentence might be acceptable. But see if you're given a topic and the topic is weather. Okay, so you're talking about weather, but you're saying the sentence, she's reading a book. That sentence might not be that much connected with the topic, so it might not be acceptable. Okay, so to sum up, grammaticality is concerned with whether a linguistic expression adheres to the formal rules of a language, while acceptability takes into account the pragmatic and contextual factors that influence how a statement is perceived by speakers of the language. And a sentence can be grammatical but still be considered unacceptable in a specific situation due to pragmatic considerations and vice versa. Okay, so these are the things we'll be discussing in today's class. So for the form, function, grammaticality, and acceptability. So I hope this is clear. So thank you.